Well, hello. Welcome to another episode of What Nobody Told Me After 65. Well, it's your lady on the go, lady in the know, Miss Info. You have reached the Information Nation, where knowledge is shared and wisdom exchanged for the betterment of the people. Hi. Glad to see you. It's been a minute. This week I've been entertaining family, and school started on Monday, and I've been teaching arts and crafts to the after school children at my church. So I've been a little busy, but I'm back. Listen, I want to talk to you a little bit, just a little bit, about how to love yourself first. I've been going through some things, separation from family is not easy. A new church, new life, 500 miles away from home, all of that. But it's been a year now. Come on, I can't keep wallowing in the same thing, right? So let's talk about how you love yourself first. I know that sounds easy, but it's the hardest thing to do. Really, it is. Forgiving yourself, speaking positively about yourself, and loving yourself. So, having a positive feeling about your own happiness and well-being is self-love. It's very important to your overall quality of life. If you do not love yourself, how can you expect to love someone else? More importantly, how can you expect somebody to love you, right? So trust me when I tell you, I know this firsthand. It's hard. Our society makes one feel inadequate, undesirable, unworthy, and unlovable. So you ask yourself, what am I doing wrong? Nothing. You are enough. You're doing everything right. You're doing everything right that feels right to you. I believe there's a famous quote that says, "To thine own self be true." However, our own self-limiting belief system, the one that we grew up with, the one that we know that says, "You're nobody. Who do you think you are?" Yeah. It's closely guarded. And it speaks to an internal lack of self-worth. Now, I used to be around people who would say negative things about other folks, really unkind things, and particularly those who didn't quite fit into their perception of who they thought they should be. Right. I never liked that about people. And I did remove myself from that group eventually. But can I tell you, I didn't figure this out, all of this out, until I was grown. I was an adult. All through school, I felt out of place, not equal or pretty or thin enough. When I got married, I was a military wife. Now, it seemed I wasn't enough to live up to military life. I didn't do quilting, crocheting, the gossip circles. I wasn't into that. So I didn't really fit the mold of a military wife. So I never felt like I was enough. Anyway, after we returned to the States, because we were in Germany for a couple of years during my marriage, I had one child in tow, and I was pregnant with the other one. And that's when I figured it out. I didn't like who I was. I didn't like who I looked in the mirror every day and saw. I wasn't happy with myself. And of course, my body was changing because this was my second baby. And I needed to get myself together. I needed to pick up some steam. I needed a new perspective, a new outlook. Because it was always me. I was always a supporter. I was always the cheerleader, the encourager. Everybody else but myself. So this went on until eventually I got divorced. But by the time my first grandchild was born, I had a plan. I was going to be my own cheerleader, my own encouragement. I went back to school to get my degree. I told myself, you can do this. I applied for student loans and got accepted. I didn't think I was. I thought I made too much money, but I had kids at home, so that was taken into consideration. But let me tell you that single step, that one thing, did more for me and my self-esteem than a drawer full of medications and stimulants. Trust me. I began to see other successful adult learners as a pathway to my own success. Now remember, I'm a grandmother in college, undergraduate, in college with all these youngsters. Talk about eye-opening. But I did it. I graduated. Graduated from undergraduate school with a bachelor's in business administration with a 3.0 grade point average. Wasn't all that, but I did it. And I graduated with a master's in public administration from Strayer University. Not bad for an old lady, right? Anyway, you too can make positive changes that reflect what you see, hear, and speak into your life. Give yourself permission to love yourself with all your supposed imperfections. Seek out like-minded friends and acquaintances and mentors. Watch inspiring videos. Listen to testimonials. Attend workshops and seminars. Engage in self-talk. Speak to your inner person, the one waiting to emerge. He or she is all fired up, on all cylinders, and ready to go. You can be that man or woman that you've envisioned. Speak positive, life-affirming prophecies to yourself. I am successful. I am attractive. I'm courageous. I am witty, engaging, and self-confident. Stand up tall. Shine. Don't shrink into the background of life. Get into it, and above all things, smile. You are the stuff. You're the stuff that success is made of. It's you. It is you. Walk into a room and own it. We used to say, work it, baby. Ah! That's right. Strut your stuff. Not arrogant, just confident. And finally, don't allow yourself to meld into a Benifer or a Brangelina or a Kim Yee. I'm not even going to tell you who those folks are, because you should know. They're all in the news. But you don't want to melt into your partner. Be you. Be true to yourself. You have to learn to allow space in a relationship. Fly solo every now and then. I once had a relationship that withstood frequent periods of separation, only because I was confident in myself, my self-worth. who I was as an individual and who I was in the relationship. Find good in every situation. Do not read too much into a negative outcome. It'll pass. Get back into the fray of life. Do not allow negativity to linger. I believe in listening to uplifting music. And the lyrics to uplifting music always speak to my spirit, speak to my soul. Whether I'm listening to gospel music or secular music, I'm not listening to anything nasty. But I happen to like the sounds of Blackness. And they have a song that's called Hold On. Change is coming. And I'm going to read you a couple of these words. Some people like to worry. Some people like to hide. Some people like to run away from the pain inside. Now, it's your business. Do whatever you want to do. But if it don't work out, here's what you ought to do. Just hold on. Change is coming. Hold on. Don't worry about a thing. Hold on. You can make it. Hold on. Everything will be all right. Trust me. I know. I've been there. Done that. Wrote a book about it. Remember, you don't know what you don't know. But you're sure gonna find out. Take care.